1506 West, 1506.
The reason why I'm mad at West, because I want everybody to hear this. The reason why I'm mad at West because he sits here and takes what I say and run with it. Not the fact that Brent looked at it, but because it was made as something that I wasn't. And I did it 2 episodes ago. It was like, bring Brent on the show. It was the pressure of West to bring you on the show, Brent. Good morning, good afternoon. This is the Experts About Nothing podcast.
Good morning, good afternoon. This is the Experts About Nothing podcast, and I'm your host Wesley, and we back. Byron is currently
We replaced him. Fuck that. We replaced him.
Byron is currently unavailable, but he should be here shortly. At least that's what he told us. We'll see if he makes it. But in the meantime, we got special guest Brent in the building. How you doing, Brent?
Man, I'm living. How y'all doing?
Oh man, living the dream. Listen to the rainfall.
Hey, yeah, what he said, and it's been 3 seasons since we seen Brent. So,
well, brother, be busy. I be a little jet setting, a little entrepreneurial stuff.
Facts.
And these brothers can't be consistent to show up on time to a show sometimes.
Bro, I told you the crackhead walked by, sneezed, and my power went out.
Yeah, what they got to do with all them other times?
See what had happened was why we bringing up old shit.
And you were still late before the crackhead sneezed. I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Why are we bringing up old stuff?
It's current.
In your mind.
In my mind, it's very current. And speaking of current, you were talking about all that stuff, and I think Brent got some words for you. So, Brent, what you want me to do, man?
Are we starting off hot like that? Good God, bro.
Well, he got the smoke for you. He got smoke for Byron too, but he ain't
got smoke for Byron too. So right.
I like the smoke for Byron better than me because I just be me. I don't be doing anything crazy.
So an episode or so ago, Durante made a statement about
look at his face right now
about the jerseys that the league got, and he made a specific statement about Miami Heat. And then he made a statement that wasn't true because he don't know his colors. That's a statement too, but we're gonna get to that. So first and foremost, ladies and gentlemen, I have the collection behind me. Now, my man was talking junk, not about any of these. He's okay with these primary colors and the road alternate. But the problem was my man came for the Vice Knights. Now, first, before we get into images with that, I want to say, Durante, they retired Vice Knight. It's not a part of their current assembly of jerseys. Now, the Valley jersey that the Suns have is. God. But Wesley, can we hit him with that image? Because I got to talk trash for a minute. So I did a color sample. These two colors. So you said you like the Valley jersey, right, Durante?
Yeah.
Okay. The hot pink that's up at the top. Yeah, they the same shade colors. They just have one or two shades a little darker because it's night in the Valley. But I want to tell you something about Miami. Durante, you ever been to Miami?
Yeah, me and Will Smith was down there.
What was y'all doing?
Welcome to Miami. That's what we was doing.
Okay.
No,
that's what you. Okay. So
Brad was gonna let me roll with that. No, I've never been.
So sunset, sunrise. That's them colors that you get in Miami. I mean, them kind of colors is everywhere, and not just because that's the 80s Vice. So the reason they had them colors wasn't because they thought they were just cool. It was about the city, and that color, those two colors, along with some other vibrant colors, your greens and your oranges, they're all over the city. So it embodies the city. So you didn't just attack a color. You attacked an entire city and they style.
God,
now, since you ain't experienced Miami, we might let you slide. If we got any viewers in Miami, please don't hurt Durante if you ever see him. Welcome him. Let him know what the culture's like down in South Beach. That way this man will come back with some respect for Pink. Number two. The shirt you see me wear when we ran into each other, it was a Vice Knight shirt. However, the shirt was blue. What you saw pink was my shorts. So let me address that very quickly. First and foremost, I've been married almost 15 years.
That boy wearing cotton candy around his waist.
Bro, it don't matter. I'm winning and killing the game. I got the Larry O'Brien and the Bill Russells to show for it. So since I'm winning, come to let you. That's a metaphor. That might be above your head, but that's a metaphor.
See what he's saying, and that was smooth. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah. If this was the Avengers, I'd be Thanos. I got the Infinity Stone, so I'm just saying. I'm not worried about the shade of pink I had on, but also it's summer and
I'm
I was
Man.
wearing Miami and I was matching. The little pink in the end of the flames was in the shorts. So again, on par with my team rocking my squad. By the way, how can you talk about a team, any squad's jersey? You don't got an NBA squad. You like players. You don't got a squad. You can't hate nobody.
Why is
You
this
can't
hate coming at me? I don't feel good right now, bro.
You
Like
can't
I
hate
don't.
you can't hate on threads and you ain't got a team that got threads.
Yeah, I can.
Well, I already told Wes that you from the player hater ball. You came straight off the Chappelle show into real life. The player hater ball.
I'm a player hater.
You a player hater.
I hate you. I don't even know you, and I hate your guts.
Right. If this isn't the worst site this side, the worst haters this side of the Mississippi. Like, right. You a player hater. Yeah, okay. So
no,
yeah,
I would no, all right. So to be honest, I was talking trash. And was I fond of the jersey? Not really, but I was like, you know what? I dig myself in a hole purposely. I was like, somehow Brent gonna get on the show. So I had to hit you. The Cowboys don't work. You like, we not in that season right now. Worry about Miami. So I said, all right, now I know. So let me
Hey.
I was ready for it.
Hey,
here's the thing. The only reason why I had not extended an invite to Brent
because we're not consistent. We fucking
you're not
get
consistent.
Hey yo, Brent, would you ever like? Have you ever thought about Wes? Like in a like, would you take him somewhere to eat with you?
Oh, here we go.
We have, yes.
Don't do it no more. All right, now go ahead and don't do it no more.
Hold on, Wes. I'm
Save
really
yourself.
hurting Rate's feelings. We drove 3.5, 4 hours, and then we took the man to eat.
Y'all took the man to eat.
Wes did not take you to the.
We traveling.
That, all right, that's before. That's before. This is now. I need you to do better with your life. Like you be out there in Miami eating 5 course. Yeah, I said 5-course, 5-star restaurants now. Like you good. Wes still eat toddler food. Don't do it no more. You need to disown him. Actually, the only reason I even talked to him. Let me stop.
By the way, I introduced Brent to the restaurant. We talked about the restaurant. He went to it because it was going that way. And then after he gave a good review, we went to the restaurant. We went by the restaurant.
Yeah,
it's called Ted's, by the way.
Yeah, Ted's Montana Grill. Shout out to Ted's. Hey folks, if you got a Ted's near you, holla at them.
I'll let them. What was this at? Nah, I actually don't disclose that. I don't know. Y'all got more money than me and Byron. So y'all do what y'all want.
I don't know about that.
That's not my purpose. But like,
we were in Alexandria. So for folks that want to know, we were at the one in Alexandria.
They just opened a Hell's Kitchen up in DC. I need to go to that, John. I want to go that badly, just cause. It's one of my favorite shows. Hell's Kitchen. Shout out Ramsey.
How about you think you'll see old Gordon slipping through?
Nah, I just want to just try to. Yeah, I just want. You see all that food on there. It's like, yo, I really want to eat this food, brother. You know what I'm saying? That they be having on there.
But Brand, this man be hating on me because, well, what do you be hating on me for?
Everything. I'm just a hater.
Which I told him that you completely supported his argument about me liking Long Johns. You gave me slander for that for no apparent reason. One day we was just chilling.
I had to ask about the line of cars. So for folks that don't know, our local Long John Silver went over an extensive remodel, and the people in our neighborhood. So people that don't know, people live in our area. Anytime a restaurant opens, whether it's an established one or a new one coming to the area, these people go over there like the restaurant is going out of style. They got to buy all of their food. So this is something we've had for years and years, but they redid it. So for the short month or two that it was closed, the people decided they wanted to have traffic out in the streets for Long John Silver. So I had to ask Wesley, was he a part of this elaborate long line? Because I was just curious if he was that desperate to get his Long John Silver's fix.
The answer was no.
No.
For those that want to know, I do not participate in the it's a brand new restaurant or it's a reopened restaurant fad that the city has because I don't understand it. It's ridiculous to me. It's the same thing. But people do it all the time. I'm sure in y'all city, y'all got something similar, but they definitely do it in our city. But they ain't gonna show it. It's ridiculous and uncalled for.
Yeah, so
Places
the new
that
place.
normally have a like 2 minute wait time, you there for like an hour. Just cause.
Yep. So if you ever want to try something, you happen to come to this area. Better hope it's been open for about 6 months, because else you up the creek, man.
But they did it with Popeyes. Now everybody know Popeyes.
Yeah, the longest line I ever seen in my life. I was
Bro,
like,
I ain't seen 4 cars at Popeyes since they finally
swear to
quailed
gosh,
down.
bro, you gonna see 2 Door Dashers and the people that work there, and
Well, it's
and
really,
2 malls.
it's not really
That's
a good
it.
Popeyes. It's not a good
It's
Popeyes.
not, bro. Yo, and I tell people that like a lot of restaurants you can't. It depends. Like everybody keep talking about Wingstop down here, and I'm like, up north, Wingstop is balling up there. Down here, I don't know whose grease they use. Must be Long John's grease.
Hey, wait a
'cause
minute.
Ain't
Hold
nobody about to sit here and keep eating this shit. I can't do it. Like when we ordered that one Super Bowl, it wasn't good to me. But I was like, we was just, you know what I'm saying. But it depends on the restaurant. Like I just can't do it. Wingstop down here, garbage. Up in
It ain't got
Maryland,
nothing to do with Long John
exceptional.
grease, sir.
Somehow, some way, it's gonna bring itself back into the conversation.
I know you always do it every time.
I say Raising Cane's is like that. The Raising Cane's is closest to us is kind of
talk. You don't even know about it, but talk about it.
Byron
ain't here for it. Talk about it.
It's hot garbage. Now in
Texas,
Texas,
like Brent.
No, in Texas, no. Here's the thing.
Like, no, seriously, I used to like Brent. Like, I'm dead ass. But now,
Raising Cane's in Texas. No, same thing you said about Wingstop. Raising Cane's in Texas. Oh my God.
Oh, but not season the chicken.
Like, it's like with Wes, you can't explain that to him. Like,
well, first of all,
hold on. No, I gotta get this
hold on. Let me answer the question first. Yes, the chicken was seasoned. It was hot. The sauces were really good. The drinks were somehow super cold. I don't know if I was just thirsty that day. Somehow. Listen, y'all don't understand. Like
Brent was
they gave him extra ice and didn't even know
convinced of it now.
Listen,
no more seasoning on that chicken.
Listen. I took it to Holly, who was working. Holly's my wife. For those that don't know, I took it to her, who she was working at an establishment in Dallas for the weekend. So I took her and hers. She was like, "This tastes better than the Crazy Case we got in Charlottesville." She was like, "I didn't really think it was all that good the first time." I was like, it must just be the Texas thing. So
I can dig it.
They got real
my
chicken.
Thing,
they use cardboard at the one up in Charlottesville.
Oh yeah, this real chicken, Wes, and we got the strip, so it was bonus. So this would have been something you could eat.
Oh no, I've been to Raising Cane's. All they serve is
that you could have eaten. Depending on what kind of establishment it is, I eat chicken tenders. Because I had somebody ask me that was like, "So you don't eat chicken?" I'm like, "No, I will, but if it's a wing place, I'm gonna get bone-in wing."
You a hater. You a hater, bro. I tell you right now, there's a spot in Philly that's known for their bone-in wings, but they got fire boneless wings too. I can't remember the name of the spot.
I feel like you just
it was like an Irish spot. It was an Irish spot. I can't remember. But regardless, they were known for their wings. Like they fired, we known for them. Cool. Let me get some boneless.
Man, get the fuck
out.
Like, amazing. Yeah, let me get boneless though. She was like, all right. Can you get him the kids? That's what she yelled back.
Hey, hater. It's on the menu for a reason, dude.
Yeah, a lot of things on the menu for a reason.
And adult portions too, right?
It's just
not a kids portion. They have a certain spot on the menu called kids menu, right?
Hold on. No, Brent light skin. He got his black card. You about to get that shit taken away. And
it's been gone. We even had this discussion. I ain't seen half the movies I'm supposed to see. I don't do half the things I'm supposed to do.
These are facts, though. It's like
I don't care nothing about that.
Like 3 movies I just expect you to see. Life was one of them.
I've seen Life. I don't like Life like that. And Brent, I've had this conversation.
We've had this conversation. We had this conversation, but every time he says it, a piece of me breaks a little on the inside.
I heard it. He said, "Ooh."
Listen, I felt like old boy felt when his toe was off in that bottle, man. I was like, "Hi, leave my toe down in the bottle."
He said, "Ah, damn it, my toe stuck in the bottle."
In the bottle, yo.
Bro, I don't know. It's something about that movie. It's just a bunch of weirdness to me.
Well, so how many dollars is it going to take to turn one of these whites only pies into a black pie? That's all I want to know.
Brent, don't cuss, but how many? You even do it?
You know, I just try. I mean, if we were to,
that shit funny, bro. Oh my god, that movie is classic, man.
I'm the Paul. Come
He's
on, man.
jiggling. They call you jiggling.
Oh, Dr. Elam has
What's
arrived.
going on, fellas?
Oh man,
What's up?
it's good of you to make it, man. We talking life right now and how I don't really like that movie like that and whatnot. Pitball said that Life is it's a top 5 movie. So
Thank you, Pitt. Thank you, Pitt.
He also
That's
has your
keep it-
picture as his
You-
profile picture, so I don't
It's
trust him
trolling, bro.
anyway.
To all
So
the
you want to
Twitch
know some
trolls,
weird?
man.
I just quoted that movie and walked away from somebody probably like 10 minutes ago. I
Did you
promise
ask
you.
him? Did you ask him about that cornbread?
No, I told him, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep my pick swinging, and we walked out. No, I promise you. Right hand on the
He said,
man,
"I'm gonna
bro.
keep my
I said
pick
that.
swinging."
I'm gonna keep my pick swinging. And then he bust out laughing.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It ain't for me. But also, we talking about the fact that there's certain black movies that I have not seen, and then he brought
Because
up Life,
I
and I've
told-
seen Life. I just don't like it like that.
I told Wes, like, Brant good. You know, he light skinned and half, but he fully. Wes
Oh,
just ain't he this close. Your car was last month. I swear to God. Your car expiration date is your birthday.
That's fine.
Oh, that's tough.
It's not far away at all, and that's cool. I will return in. I'll turn it in. You want it? You can have it.
Hey, I'll see my address because like I need it.
You can have it.
He said,
bro.
"I need that."
We need that.
Mm.
It's just
not
like I
something-
said.
Not something I need. I'm good.
It's I
I'm
don't
be
know.
good in the hood regardless. I'm still.
But
coming to the cookout.
But you slide because you like a lot of like old school comedians. So like I let you live with that because you know. But it's just some of these movies you don't watch throws me off.
Okay,
and
what
I'm
else?
just like,
What else, man? What else you got for me?
My man ain't
Brand
never
new
seen
money.
Life. It's crazy.
I have seen Life. I just don't like it like that.
Right.
Not listening.
I didn't think it was a great movie at first, but then when I got older, I watched it again. And I'm like,
You
yo,
understand more. Yeah.
it just made me laugh even harder. Like,
I understand the movie fully.
Well, Wes also doesn't really.
I hated the prison part, but I liked it before they had went to prison. That was the funny part, but I hated seeing them in shackles and shit. Like, I did not. I could
That's
not
most
stand
of
it.
the movie.
Not the beginning. It's the funniest parts, I think.
Oh, you missed the pie. You missed the pie statement. I hit them with that earlier. How many dollars would it take to turn these whites on the pies?
Yeah. Now that was funny. Look.
Yeah.
It wasn't until I got older and I got a mature enough to watch it because I hated seeing them cats in prison. I don't know why. It just did something to my spirit, bro. I don't know what
It
it
makes
was.
don't like it.
I guess that might be the thing that Wes hates so much that they in prison.
No, Wes has a thing with Martin Lawrence, but that's a whole other thing.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I think it's
Again, this is why your expiration day is getting closer and closer. I'm so serious.
I don't
Like,
have a
I'm-
thing against Martin Lawrence. I just don't necessarily like a lot of stuff he in. Like,
Bro, it's goats in that movie, yo. It's
Martin,
like how?
it is. It's goats in a lot of movies though. Let's talk Harlem Nights.
And
Oh,
you don't like
That's
Harlem
some
Nights, do
goats.
you?
I do like Harlem Nights. That's
He
some
said
goats
it's
right
his
there.
song.
When I tell you I was about to cut this podcast off, you gonna hear me knocking on your door.
But
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not really a Harlem Nights guy.
There you go. See?
really?
There we
Okay.
go.
But Byron likes other like no.
God. Give
I'm
him a
more of
pass,
an Eddie
but I
by
don't give
itself.
him.
I'm more of a Coming to America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, you had
Wes?
Arsenio for a little fun, but I see what you're saying. It's mostly
Yeah,
Wes?
I'm more of a Boomerang. I'm
Oh.
more of a
okay.
yeah. I like Eddie when he. I like Eddie when he in his bag. Like I just like him, bro.
Wes,
We
just
know
stop
why
telling
Byron
all the
like-
secrets.
Did you see the
Stop
young
telling all
Holly
the
Berry in that thing, boy? You
Stop
We
telling all the
all
secrets.
saw young Holly Berry. in
Child,
that thing.
please. Hey, look, Wes, Coming to America.
Yes, there's nothing wrong with Coming to America.
Friday.
Robin Givens was in that thing looking crazy.
Yes, she was. Yes, I like Friday.
Yes, Lord.
Mm,
You done?
no, I'm not.
I know you not because you're gonna name one that I ain't watch or don't like. I know you are, and that's fine. I'm waiting on you, boss.
We talking about hood classes, or we talking about like
Friday is a good movie. It's good. It gives a whole day in the life of somebody. It teaches life lessons. It's good.
Yo, we had conversations about life lessons. That shit was funny.
I don't think you can put Friday in like your top 5. I just can't. You just can't do it. Like it's everybody watch that.
Yeah, it's still.
You got to give me something else other than Friday. Friday up there. That's like the top.
Everybody watch that. Yeah, it's in your top 5. You got. I think you got.
I'm just. It's at the top. It's like, bro, you got to give me something else besides Friday.
And yes, Pitt, we all know Nia Long. Ain't nobody here that don't know who that is.
I think I love her.
And
she needed more screen time.
And that's in current or past times.
I'm gonna have to let the 3 of y'all go in on that. I'm clutching my Larry O'Brien trophies and my Bill Russell trophies. I'm just sitting here. I'm just ringed up. Okay. So
hey Holly, how you doing?
She can't hear you, but just for
I know, but she'll find this episode at some point in time.
He wanted to talk about that Neil. He wanted to talk about that Neil Long thing.
What about your last episode you did with them?
Hey, damn, it's been so long. You have to go through a Rolodex. Don't try that. Have several seats, please, sir. Thank you.
Damn. Shit.
I guess since
he back talking shit.
Since Brent is firing up the smoke, Brent, you want to go ahead on and give Byron his
yeah, please, because I'm tired of this shit.
I have dates and
don't bring Brent on this damn show no more.
I have dates ever since Byron on December the 23rd, 2020. You and I and Wesley and Durante had a conversation.
Wait a minute.
This man said 2020. God dang, bro. That's after a year.
Say that date one more time. I gotta go back.
December 23rd, 2020. Okay. Now, I say the date because I want our viewers, if they want to go back, we got the clips, but if they want to go back and listen to them, they certainly can listen to the entire podcast. It's really good. But Byron always tells us run the tape. He tells us this. So I want to run the tape. I want to run the tape so we can hear our response to Byron. And then I want to ask him some questions, and I got some modern stats to talk about. So Wesley, let's just cue up the tape footage and talk about it. This is
y'all. Hold on, wait a minute. Okay. Before you.
I know they ain't got tape footage.
Hold on, Byron. No, hell no. Yes. Before you, hold on, Byron. Hold on. Before you hit this fucking tape, tell me y'all did not just sit here and come together and really do this.
The man asked me to get some stuff together. I did it.
My man was
stamps, and I did what he asked.
My man, listen, but he didn't want to do it when I was smoked him, so I get it. It's all right.
Hey, no.
My man
won't get the time step.
Wait, let me explain. Brent gave me exact timestamps to go get stuff. All I did was go get.
I didn't do that.
No,
bro, lying.
He said I didn't do that,
bro. You lying. You lying, bro.
Stop the cap.
You can't see my phone because there's
you capping, bro. When I played that, so when I played that tape back and forth.
You see that?
Way, there's timestamps and there's actual notes to tell you what it is I need to hear.
Look, my man doing this work. I give him that,
Man, if you ever give me the exact things that you want,
I did do that, Wes. I did do that, Wes.
Okay.
But you was in the mix, so you know what I'm saying. Your feelings was hurt. I get it.
I will never do that.
He told me just to come and respond. He didn't do. I said I got petty. I was like, my man said run the tape. I said okay, I'm gonna go get the tape. I said because I won't when I say it.
Why you do this?
No shot.
No.
Why you do all this against me?
I just don't understand.
Oh
because
no.
He already went in on me. He already went in on
Durante. Durante been roasted
over a motherfucking cotton candy jersey. I ain't never in my life felt so.
There you go again. He back again.
I done told that man. Oh, so Byron, let me tell you how I ended it. A man that ain't got no team can't. Hold on, pause. A man that ain't got no team can't talk about nobody's threads. You are also. By the way, we talked about pink. Look at that Washington pink. Also, check out the Spurs. They got pink in their armband. There's pink all over this place, not just in Miami. I also explained to him because Durante said he had never been to Miami. Those colors are around a lot in Miami. Those kind of pastel, bright colors, vibrant colors. And so I said, Durante, you ain't never been to Miami, so you don't understand. You disrespecting not only the jersey, these people's city and the way they kind of paint things and stuff with the murals and stuff. Ironically, I was around for Art Basel last year, so I was walking around seeing the different murals and things that were around during that time.
A light flex.
Light flex. I didn't even know Art Basel was going on until I was walking through it, but what it is, what it is.
That is not a light flex.
I just so happened to be there.
I happened to be there with the fedora on, but don't worry about all that. Yeah, we was just chilling, It was what it was.
with his bride, you know.
That's right. Making moves. But yeah, so Durante got roasted, and I didn't even give him everything because if he had came back kind of hard, I had a twin comparison for him, but I'm gonna hold on to it because took his L's.
You keep it in your bag.
You ever come sideways, I got something for you. I know where your twin at.
My guy, you had a year to dig up dirt on us. Of course, you gonna come back with some shit, man.
Bro, I did this 2 days ago, and it took me all of an hour to get the dirt I needed. I literally went back through and I did it from my cell phone. So I was like, when did we have this conversation? I went back and
he's flexing again. Hey, Byron, you know how you and me usually jump west, and he ain't got no backup. This is his backup. And I'm kind of sick of it.
My man went got the tape.
I was asking to get the tape.
What? If you love me, you'd have said you couldn't find it.
Hold on, but here's this Byron. He couldn't lie.
Nah, you are. He did do dirty. He was like, "Yo, if you love me, bro, you would have said, bro, we even got it no more."
I ain't got that shit, man.
He couldn't lie,
listening to it.
I went to
thinking my dog stealing boxes.
So listen, listeners at home, if you think I'm lying, go to the link tree on the Experts About Nothing on Facebook. Click the podcast link. If you go listen to the podcast, the entire archive is right there for you. You can go all the way back to the genesis of the show. So that's what I did.
The people the tape.
Oh, we about to.
So I want to have a conversation.
Trying to get around that, but it's coming.
I want to have a conversation.
I'm not getting around it.
I want to have a conversation about these Charlotte Hornets.
Why are we doing this?
No, but we want to have a serious conversation.
He asked for this. He asked for Brant, as a matter of fact. So he wanted it.
Hey, after seeing the lottery pick, I'm a San Antonio fan.
Listen, and I got a rebuttal. I'm gonna just let him slide on it real quick.
Okay.
All right.
Let me know when to go.
Run the tape. All
right. So you want the ball argument first, right?
Let's do the ball.
Are we gonna let the whole thing play? I mean, is this just gonna be the whole episode? Is this like a throwback?
No, it's not. It's
we could do a throwback. I like to do a throwback.
This is your throwback right here. Okay, so ball argument.
He bigger, but they go use him like AI, just a bigger version. They ain't gonna put no people around him because Michael don't know how to go out and build a team. I mean, MJ's great as a player.
Okay. Who was Kimba two-man then? Who was Kimba two-man?
He had a two-man?
I'm asking.
That's what I'm saying. Mike didn't build one. He didn't build him a team.
Who did Cuz give him to be his two-man already?
Oh, this good. That's
Durante.
No. Let Brent talk.
Durante had his hand up.
Who did Jordan give him to be his two-man already? He willing to spend money now.
No, he not. Durante, what were you about to say?
I was about to be funny, but Mike kicked Gilchrist.
Nobody answered my question though.
We're gonna answer your question, but Durante had his hand up, so I wanted to get to him real quick. Now what he had to say.
I mean, he bigger, but they go use him like AI. Just a.
All right, so that's that one. You want the next one because it follows this. You want the next one? Okay, here we go.
Before we get to that, for the folks who are wondering who we're talking about Gordon Hayward. Gordon Hayward was the number 2 that Dr. Elam was looking for that I eventually gave him, but we're going to come back to that in a second. Go ahead and roll it.
We about to go to that right now.
Don't leave that where it's at because you know that man not fit to play 82 games, and you need to stop.
Oh, I thought he was talking about somebody else.
He was
talking about Gordon Hayward.
Yeah, he can't, bro.
Thank you. Gordon Hayward, who couldn't play 82 games, but one time in the 40 seasons,
he was talking about somebody else.
No, I knew he said it, and I had to have a moment where I had to really think.
But here's the thing, though. How was the Boston Celtics looking when Gordon was playing?
It doesn't matter because he's not going to play.
The baby Celtics were excellent without Gordon Hayward and without Kyrie. So I'm gonna need you to come with another illustration.
I said with him. So without him, still good. But how was they looking with him?
They didn't look that much better.
They looked all right, but they didn't look good enough to beat a team that doesn't have nobody but Jimmy Butler. So I'm gonna need you to try again.
How was the Jazz looking with him healthy?
They looked all right, but they was in the West. They weren't finna beat
all right
teams.
What's the West?
They won't. Wait, hold on. Okay. So Gordon Hayward to this moment, ladies and gentlemen, Gordon Hayward to this moment, the most games he's played since he's been a member of the Charlotte Hornets is
8.5.
Let me check the old stats here. I believe 50. He hasn't even met the 52 he met when he returned from injury in Boston the last year. He has not cracked over 50 games. He's been in Charlotte, for those who don't know, not 1, not 2, but 3 seasons.
But they did make the play in. They, the next year, the following year.
They also lost in the play-in, and I wouldn't normally talk about it because my team used the play-in to get in, and so under normal circumstances, I would just let that lie. However, my team as a almost out is now in the Eastern Conference Finals. By the way, the baby Celtics grew up, and without Gordon Hayward, without Kyrie Irving, they went to a finals and lost to the Golden State Warriors. So I'm just saying, Gordon Hayward, he won't cut into cheese. The baby Celtics grew up; they didn't need him. So I'm just saying.
Where is Gordon Hayward now?
He's still in
Charlotte, not doing anything. As we talked about it a couple episodes ago.
So you seen Wes sent me the thing with Dwight Howard. Hey, yo, Gordon Hayward. Hey,
Gordon Hayward.
Nah, they don't want him. They don't want him.
All right.
I figured my man was gonna stay healthy. I had faith in him to stay healthy. He got hurt. It's all good.
That's coming up in.
Hey, yo, you know what you did? With that, Byron, you sound like a cat. Never mind.
Oh no! Well, here's the thing. That comes up here at some point in time in this conversation.
The third clip. We heard Dr. Elam say Jordan is willing to spend money.
Stop calling him Dr. Elam. Stop calling him Dr. Elam.
You want me to play that one, Brent?
Before you do, Dr. Elam, I want to ask you a rhetorical question. How many big signings has Michael Jeffrey Jordan provided the Charlotte Hornets as an organization in the last 3 years since LaMelo Ball has been on the roster?
Jeffrey Jordan.
All right, Bridges was going to get the big signing, but that went south.
Right, I got that. Okay, but who? Did
so that would have been the one. So that would have been the one we needed.
But that was in house though. So you say he willing to spend money outside. Gordon Hayward was an outside acquisition. So you said spend money. Your man that's in the house, you can go over the salary.
Yeah, but we didn't need to go outside the house because we had, but
you said in-house guys to spend money, so they had to let my man's go because of his off the court issues, right? Right, because of the PR issue that come with. Yeah. Okay, right. Yeah. All right, so you're not paying him. So the money you could have paid him, what did you do with the money, Mike?
It went to Nike and Jordan and whatever else he.
All right, Wesley, let's hear about Jordan ready to spend money. If this was the year that he signed with
Boston, ain't spending no money, bro.
Gordon Hayward was healthy in Utah. We never really saw a lot of injuries there. He didn't break his leg and keep getting hurt later on in subsequent injuries. So then that would be a good investment. You don't go out there and bet the house on the young guy and the guy that's one blow away from falling apart. I mean, my man is held together by spit, bubblegum, blue and prayer. Like he's not.
Bro, if Hayward go out there and just hit shots, he's gonna help Ball out a whole lot.
He got to do more than hit shots. You play both sides of the ball and you rebound and you got to run. If he just had to stand still and hit shots, you're right. Anything that require more movement than that will put him at adverse risk for injury. I'm sorry.
80% of the time,
he just got to go out there and hit shots.
Bro, 80% of the time, Hayward is not going to be on the floor. Jordan is known to make bad. He's been making bad decisions since the Washington days.
If I'm paying a man $30-some million a year, he is going to be on the floor.
He's not, because he's going to be in a hospital. He's going to be in rehab.
He's going
to be somewhere that's not on the floor.
Yo, don't wish that on that man.
I mean, I don't.
I'm not wishing that on that man, but that's what the history says. That's a fact.
I mean, we could make the same argument if this were a few years ago. We could make the same argument about a Dwayne Wade. Like, at a certain point, we knew Dwayne Wade not finna play all 82 games. You might get 60 out of him, maybe if he's healthy. You might, but you knew you won't get an 82 plus a deep playoff run. I mean,
okay, and then here's the thing: an 80% D Wade is better than 90% of the league.
An 80% D Wade better than an 100% Gordon Hayward.
All right, now Byron, I will concede this to you. This one time, and this will be the only time I do it. The same can be slightly said about Steph, because Steph has been becoming more injury prone every season.
Yeah, but no.
Let's end that one.
Okay, so we started to pivot, right? We started to pivot. You said, okay, Steph got the bad flack. So your position was, we cut it a little short, but you said Steph got flack because his knees, his ankles were bad. All of a sudden, he started knocking down these clutch threes, and then the story changed. And I said, yeah, but the difference between the two was Steph was a lot younger. He could overcome those injuries. We started to go into hitting a prime, right? So you told me, your specific statement to me was players often, we got into a legends category. That's different. Legends are a whole other animal things. Look at LeBron James, you're 20. Nobody's done what Bron does, right? Okay, that's fine. But your point to me was that most athletes hit their prime in their 30s. And I made a promise to you. I said, I don't think Gordon Hayward is going to average the 21 and change he was averaging in Utah. And you told me, oh, no. He's not yet 30. Gordon Hayward today is 33. Let's check the numbers.
Numbers first, or you want to play the clip first?
Byron, if I was you, I'd pull up in the mini Berg and throw hands. I ain't even playing, bro. Like,
we'll play the clip after I read the numbers. I want to read the numbers. I just got to read the numbers.
I thought we had already went through this, though.
Yeah, me and Byron did, because I was like,
yes,
I do remember saying,
your animosity.
You haven't been through it. Hey, yo, Byron, Brent, that one dude that said, I got you next time I see you, it was 2 years later. This is now.
Yeah,
bro. He's that one dude that said, "Don't worry about it. I'll see you soon." 2 years later, here he is swinging. Fighting. Damn it.
So let's look at Gordon Hayward's numbers. His career high in Utah, his only All-Star appearance, he averaged 21.9 points a game. In the 3 years that he has been in Charlotte, 19.6. That was year one. So we said, okay, give the Hornets 2 years to get right. Year two, he played more games. He played 5 more games, but the average dipped from 19.6 down to 15.9. This year, he played an additional game that he didn't play last season. He's up to 50 games. That same average, mind you, for most of the year, LaMelo Ball was injured for about 50 games, roughly. He averaged 14.7 points a game, as what should have been a very clear, obvious thing as a second scoring option after Scary Terry. However, the man's averages just keep plummeting. So, Wesley, roll the tape.
Got it, boss. All right, we want that 18 and 20, right?
Yeah.
21.
Okay. I need him to get to that number. That's it. I just need you to get about 20-some points a game, 18, 19, 20 points a game.
But over his career, he's only averaged 15.3.
Yeah, because he's been hurt too. They factor in the season he was hurt. Of course, your average will go in.
Whose fault is that? His. It's not. Is the fact of the matter is that that's his average. That's what he falls into.
If I score an 80-yard touchdown and a 2-yard touchdown, I score 6 points, but my average gonna go down to what 46 because the average is gonna go down. It's just average. That don't really mean too.
So we use the averages there. Now, to your credit, he did get to 19 and some change year one. And I was thinking, okay, year two, they built a little cohesiveness. Maybe Mike spends some money. They put some pieces around him. Now, you're right. They did make two, to Byron's credit, ladies and gentlemen, if you're not aware, they did make two play-in appearances, okay? Unfortunately, they did not qualify for the primary playoffs. They weren't able to win both their matches.
Hey, Brand, real quick. What they say about them playing games? What they say about them stats and all that stuff that happens in those games? Unless you make it to the playoffs, what about them?
Oh, they don't count.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah, and I wasn't being petty there, but I will tell you this.
I am. So you
know. So Basketball Reference, Stat Sheet, all of those folks, they actually say when you look up playoff numbers for these folks, because I want to see what they scored in the play-in game, because to me that's a playoff game. But I want to see the stats. I kid y'all not. They have a do not qualify for the play-in games, which is crazy to me. But that's a true thing. Like they don't even keep the stats.
They don't
for the playoffs in there. You can go get them if you get the box scores, but you can't even pull them from, like I said, Basketball Reference, Stat Sheet, none of that.
What the fuck is the point then?
They don't count. They just get you to the playoffs.
If you don't make the general field, they don't count those stats, which is kind of interesting. So, like in the case of Miami and Los Angeles this year, they were playing teams, they counted because they made the big dance.
They counted for baseball though.
We're not talking about baseball.
Well,
I'm just saying they count for. That's stupid.
I don't disagree. I didn't know, and just so y'all know, I didn't know that until this week. I was surprised because I wanted to see what did they put up in the playoffs. So I was like, Gordon Hayward hadn't been able to get into a series, but did he perform when he made it there? Because I wanted to see, well, at least if he performed, then Byron would be right. Well, he showed up, and maybe somebody else let the team down. I couldn't. They got to do not qualifies on those. So
I'm glad you looked it up, and I had somebody on my side because I didn't know that.
I looked them up. And then. So we got two more, Byron. So let me ask you a question. Do you want to respond now? You want to play the last two?
Man, just play them, man. Just play them.
All right, the last two are all together. I just put them together. So.
Play them together, yo.
All right. So that's this tomfoolery that this man said that I just will never understand. But let's go.
He was fragile in that situation. You're now telling me he's going to be the second crux of a team, and he's going to be able to handle the weight while the other big guy is basically a rookie and is, learning the ropes of the league. I just can't see it, man.
Oh, yeah, but you can see it with James Harden when he wasn't even starting for the Thunder.
Well, listen, they were all betas anyway. Ain't nobody.
Okay. Now we
stand by the beta.
No. Who was really checking for James Harden on that team?
I was.
Also, James Harden didn't have the injury. We're talking specifically the injury proneness too, and James Harden was younger. So if Gordon Hayward was younger, the injury happened in year 1 or year 2 like they did with Steph, then yeah, there's upside because he ain't hit his
peak. You get better with time.
Not after 30, you don't. Father time undefeated. Unless your name LeBron James, then maybe. Your name LeBron James, your name LeBron James, I can't argue that. Your name anybody else in the league, after 30, you slide a little bit.
James Harden, back to this whole, you was checking for James. James Harden was the third option on that team all the time. Nobody was checking for James Harden.
Yeah, most players have their best seasons in their 30s, bro. Jordan had his best season in his 30s. Kobe had his best season in his 30s.
Right, but these are also two players that, other than MJ early on and Kobe in the latter portion, normally injury-free. Kobe had that one thing that he went to Denver about. But Kobe otherwise was healthy till the end of his career. MJ, other than breaking that leg early on, healthy throughout. So, I'm saying these are people who are longevity. LeBron, same way. Not really any history of major injuries. Great player added with longevity. Yes, they will be great in their 30s, but you have many examples of players who get hurt before they reach age of 30, and they are never exactly the same player that they were before they got hurt. And Gordon Hayward
get hurt, bro.
This man, Byron, just compared the greatest of all time players.
I remember this.
To Gordon Hayward.
Yes. Have you lost your mind? You just said Michael Jordan. You just said Kobe Bryant. And we talked about LeBron James.
Best season.
We're talking about ages, bro.
Have you lost your mind?
Best season. Guys in their best season in their 30s, bro.
You just compared him to the greatest people of all time.
Right.
And they had their best
Steph
seasons
Curry
win.
Too.
They are the greatest of all time.
Most people have their best seasons in their 30s.
Compared to the regular journeyman. I missed
That's a fact. It's a fact,
Dirk
though.
had his best season win.
Arguably one of the greatest players in his position of all time.
Legend.
Oh, wait. Best regular season?
Yeah.
He won MVP. 2006. 2006. Now, if you said
we'll take that. What
was his best playoff run? By leaps and bounds, 2011. That I don't even know that Dirk even know he had that in him. And
how old was he?
Well, he was ancient. He was in them 30s.
How old was he?
He was in them 30s. But was
he greatest of all time?
Hold on. No,
but greatest of all time?
No, but in his position, he was the greatest of all time.
Let's go back to go forward.
Now you talk. It goes from GOAT to great legends.
No.
Okay.
Dirk played in most of those games and all those in between seasons between 2006, that first final.
That goalpost be moving.
Dirk got hurt a few times, bro.
He got
quote that in this.
He wasn't
missing
the goalpost ain't moving. 70 games a season. He wasn't out an entire season. Gordon Hayward, he had that, unfortunately.
Exactly.
You grabbing for straws, Byron. I appreciate what you're doing, man. But
so since Paul George got hurt, that mean that what I'm saying, he ain't gonna never have
playoff P is trash, and you know he trash. He tried to he stacked the pads for the stats.
All right, that's why I added that clip.
Hey,
so
playoff.
Now that we've added
Harden garbage too, but anyway,
you decided to bring up Steph Curry, who is the greatest shooter of all time in the sport.
How
right?
old is Harden?
He washed. It don't matter what the number is now. He washed.
33.
How old is Harden?
33.
You don't think he had his best playoff?
No.
Where?
No.
Wait. Where?
Hold on.
Come on.
He actually showed up.
Hey, Brad. Let's give Durante some time real quick. He ain't said much. Talk about it, Durante.
Durante, he actually showed up a couple games.
The nigga showed up and then he showed up. That's all he did. Showed up.
When did he show up before?
I need you to play good in game 7, 6 and 7. Why the
Listen,
fuck this nigga only got 20?
Answer the question. Answer the question.
He
Answer
didn't
the
show
question.
up to me. He didn't show up.
Was this his best? Put it. You know what I'm saying? Was this his best play?
The best stat stuff I ever seen in my life.
Was this his best play?
No.
Was this his best play?
No.
When was his best year in the playoffs?
Before he was 30. I'm not letting you win that.
Exactly. See, that goalpost be moving backwards. I get it. No. Let's stop. He doesn't count. He's one of the legends. He's one of the GOATs. Which one is it? I don't.
Harden ain't no GOAT to me.
No,
I don't. That's what they about to say.
No,
Brent. Wait,
I would never say that.
Brent,
but the people that you named,
Brent not saying that.
His best.
No. Okay, let's go back. Hold on.
Brent, come on.
So his best playoff. His best playoff was after 30.
Pause. Dirk Nowitzki before 2011. Had he been to a finals? Yes or no? Just answer that question. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Had he made big shots in the playoffs? Yes or no?
Yes.
Had he dominated entire series before 2011? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. So, all right, you just told me, okay, by your own admission, okay, that Dirk Nowitzki is a great player, okay? Now, I'm not saying James Harden statistically is not. Yes, he's an MVP, right? He's an MVP. But he's an MVP, and I hate to say this, him, Russ, and unfortunately, Steve Nash going to a bucket together, okay? Because when playoffs come, they cannot because they do not elevate their teams. Okay. You talked about we brought up playoff.
It's not like Steve out of all of them two.
We talked about playoff P. Playoff P is about like James Harden. When you need him, you can't find him. And your favorite statement to tell us is when I need you, I need you. Okay. Now, I'm not saying James Harden is not great. I'm not saying he can't stuff a stat sheet. But does he make a franchise better? No. You want to know why the Rockets went to the Western Conference Finals? It wasn't. It wasn't because of him. It was Chris Paul. Now, Chris Paul came up short in the finals. And I don't know if he was injured or whatever, but fine. But nevertheless, Chris Paul, you could even make an argument at times can elevate a team. We can't say that about James Harden. Chris Paul's problem is his body fails him. James Harden's body don't fail him. James Harden fails him. I mean, because they can't, if you are as good as advertised, they can't scheme for you. Look at Steph. You can scheme. You can make.
When did Chris Paul have his best year?
What's up with you and Bessie? Well, never mind. That's the argument.
A couple years ago.
That's
also he was riding the young. He was riding the young legs of the Phoenix Suns. He didn't have to do much till he got to the finals. He showed out one game in the finals, and what did he do, ladies and gentlemen? He turned back like James Harden, like Paul George, back into the pumpkin that they really are. And you mean to tell me you want to compare pumpkins to legends? I mean, they don't have to be all the greatest of all time, but Dirk Nowitzki is one of the greatest power forwards in the history of the National Basketball Association.
Top 3
yes or
easily.
no? Yes or no, Dr. Elam?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Top 5.
Okay. Right. Okay. LeBron James, we know where he's at, right? Okay, fine. Kobe Bryant, we know where he is at.
Hey, Brent,
MJ, we know.
Everybody that you just named got hardware. Ain't that right?
I'm just saying it's possible. That's all I was saying. It's possible to have your best season.
To quote Kevin Garnett, anything is possible.
I don't know. I don't think.
I can go out here and destroy my life and become the Flash. Is it probable? No. Is it possible? Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about Honey Nut Cheerios. Okay.
Shut up, Wes.
I'm just saying it's possible. That's all. I think you taking my words and you stretching them a little bit, but it's all good.
What you stretching was the fact to bring up James Harden in this playoff series to sit here and try to throw.
But
I couldn't believe.
But do you feel like this is his best playoff run though, Durante? That's a yes or no question.
No, it's not.
Was his best playoff run enough?
No.
I'm just asking, was this a yes or no?
I'm asking you, was it enough?
No, it wasn't enough.
Then it don't matter. If you're doing your best and it doesn't get you to where you need to
That's
be,
the case, Durante. I mean, Weston. Nobody counts unless they win the championship.
Not
If
necessarily.
you going off of that,
everybody that you named, until you got to James Harden, besides Gordon Hayward, has won the championship. You compare them to greats that have won it all.
Right. And other than Mike, all of them have lost. All of them, other than Mike, all of them have lost the title. Dirk lost
Chris
to
Paul.
Wade.
Chris Paul, had his best season.
I told you Chris Paul turned back into a pumpkin. He didn't win, but I mean, winning isn't everything. It's so I'll give you an example. If Chris Paul hold on, I got you. Hold on. If Chris Paul averaged 40 points a game for that series, but the Suns lost, so I'm gonna give you the LeBron comparison, right? LeBron lost a series in which LeBron led every statistical category, right?
Yeah.
Kyrie got hurt, and there was no Kevin Love. Okay, we all agree.
That boy had Donald Duck and me.
A virtuoso performance. He lost that finals. That doesn't take. When the moment demanded greatness, what did he give them? He gave them everything he had. He did not. I mean, of course, they were only guarding one dude, so it was 5-on-1 at times. But LeBron gave you everything he had.
My thing. Oh, my fault.
Go ahead, Durante.
No, I was just saying. My thing is because we go back to James Harden. My thing is you got Embiid on the court. Embiid looked shaky in Game 7, but for everyone to sit here and say, "Bro, James Harden, the best scorer I've ever seen in my life," why can't he not continue that in the biggest game to get y'all back? You just a second round person to me now. Like that's all it is to me. I can't even blame Embiid because your homie only had 22 points in 2 games. 22 points in 2 games.
With the
11
MVP
points
on the floor.
With the MVP on the floor. And you got LeBron over here coming from the bowels of hell going to get the fuck out of here, bro. I ain't about to. I can't do that. I can't compare James Harden in the top 75. I don't even know why they thought about putting that nigga in there.
And
to this day. One more time. To this day.
To answer your question, Byron. So you asked about it. James Harden's best playoff series where he was most consistent, ironically,
430.
Ironically, was the Western Conference Finals, except Game 7, when he was paired with Chris Paul. He had somebody that could hold his feet to the fire. Game 1, 37 points. Game 2, 21. Game 3, 38. Game 4, 32. 31, 32. And then he laid a 17 at the end. So he did what he always does. And that series, he was over 30 in every game except Game 7 and Game 2, right? But he was at 30. You can't say that for this last series. He was in his 45, sure, in Game 5. And he had 42 in Game 4, or excuse me, 45 in Game 1, and then he had 42 in Game 4. But the rest, 12, 16, 17, 13, 9. That don't cut it. That's inconsistent. And you're playing the same team with the same defense. Yeah, defensive schemes will change a little bit, but you ain't telling me if you that dude, they're gonna bottle you up that bad. Especially once you get Joel Embiid back on the floor, because at least then he would garner defensive attention. And they were still doubling him until they got to Game 7. They were doubling every time he got the ball. Joel Embiid, that is.
I think he could have came better than that, though. I think he could have came better.
Yeah, than that. Joel Embiid, he threw shots. He said, "Yeah, we just, I just can't. We need help." Low key, he wanted to say that shit he wanted to say that shit to James Harden. I'm not even kidding. Keep Maxey. You can kind of keep Tobias Harris. James Harden just need to go play with Dwight Howard in Timbuktu somewhere at this point.
All right, so
him, DeMarcus Cousins, and we'll come to that in a second. Remind me, we gotta talk about DeMarcus Cousins while Brando here.
Man, all right. So let's just say this. I just got a couple of questions. Well, I just got one question.
Oh, he just did his research. Look. He just did his research. That boy
Brett, what's your favorite team?
LA Clippers.
Because I'm rhetorical like y'all, so I don't really know.
He an asshole, bro.
That doesn't fit for me. What's your team so I can get it on tape? You saying this?
The Miami Heat. There's no question about it.
Okay, who's the best player on the Miami Heat? Would you say?
He trying to reach.
The best player on the Miami Heat
currently or of all time?
Currently.
Jimmy Butler.
Is he a great? Is he a great?
Is he a great? Not yet. But he reaching. He reaching.
Okay. When was his best season?
No, that's me.
Let me ask you a question.
I'm not going to answer. I'm not going to answer no more questions till you answer me. I'll put you on mute. Talk to me.
Okay, let's go. Shut up and I'll talk to you. Shut up and I'll talk to you. His best playoff run is the current run he's on since you asked. Now, you talk about regular season. You don't win chips in regular season. You win useless things like MVPs, and then you don't have no rings and you look like Charles Barkley.
Ooh, talk your shit.
When was his best season? Today.
His best playoff run is current. I just answered that.
No, it isn't. How?
The man is averaging 31.1 points a game. How is it not? He put up 56 piece. Oh, come on, bro. You are crazy.
And how old is he? Okay, Ben, did you say this is his best playoff run? How old is he?
He's over 30. This man is going back to a 30 hash.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. You know he wasn't a great.
Hold on. No. I got you. I got you. Let me say this. Two things.
No. How old was he when he went to the finals?
Hold on.
How old was he?
Listen, if you be quiet, I'm gonna give you a sound bite you can run the tape on later. So get ready. Yeah, mute him. Yeah, good. I'm glad you muted. Thank God. Listen. So Jimmy Butler.
Wes, you mute me right now. Lead this man.
What has
I didn't mute myself.
What has Jimmy Butler done so far other than get the Heat to the finals once? Nothing yet, right? Hold on. If Jimmy manages to beat the Boston Celtics and whoever comes out the West, okay, can we all agree this would be Jimmy's best if he continues to perform at the current rate he is? Would we all agree this is the best postseason performance of Jimmy Butler's career?
Yes,
I agree.
If he wins the chip, right now, Byron's gonna say, "Well, the chip is the deciding factor."
And how old will he be?
He'll be over 30, but guess what he would have done?
Wouldn't it be his best season?
I've already acknowledged that, but the point we were trying to make was that you were comparing Gordon Hayward to people who can't deliver in the playoffs. When has Gordon Hayward dominated a playoff game? Oh,
thank you, Brant. Thank you for circling back around to that.
Goodness,
I got questions.
When has James Harden dragged the team to the finals on his back? Oh my goodness, he hasn't. Even Charles Barkley could drag a team to the finals, but James Harden, oh my goodness, no, he couldn't. Paul George, no, he couldn't. So these other people that you brought up in this grand discussion, those other people didn't get the job done. They didn't dominate a series. If LeBron, and I'll give you this, Jimmy gets there, he dominates every game, but the Heat lose the finals, or they lose in the Eastern Conference Finals. But he dominates.
So Jimmy ain't dominated a series.
Yes, Jimmy has dominated the series, but Jimmy got to finish the
over
job.
30. Over 30. Jimmy ain't got better over time.
My thing is like
Jimmy hasn't got better over time.
Does wine get better over time?
Somewhat.
My point is what this has been my point.
Wait a minute, or you can still drink wine.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Okay, no.
This has been my point.
All right, let me ask you a question. Okay,
where you at, man?
No. How many players in the NBA?
I want to hear from Wes.
You want to hear from me? Okay, cool. I'll chime in. Thank you for calling on me, Byron. Look here, I don't care nothing about what you're talking about because you're talking about Gordon Hayward being better over 30.
Listen, we talk about Jimmy Butler.
No. Your whole point to this, and the whole point we got on this was you talking about Gordon Hayward.
Nobody answers my questions. Nobody answers my questions.
What's your question, sir? Ask your question again. Because
when was his best season, and how old is he? How old was he?
Jimmy Butler is 33 years old, and he's obviously playing one of his best seasons that he's ever played.
Wow, he didn't go to the finals to win. How old was he when he went first? You know what I'm saying? When he went to the finals, how old was he?
Hey, but Byron, let me ask you this.
No,
No,
no, no, no,
29.
no,
He was
no, it's
29.
answer.
In the
Oh.
bubble? It was the bubble.
29.
It was the bubble.
He
So-
wasn't quite 30.
I'm him.
Let me ask you this, Byron, since you have a lot
He
of
was
questions
29. He went to the bubble.
that are
Boom. And
relevant.
it counts. Because all 14.
Let me ask you
No,
this.
he did not.
Okay.
Are you serious?
He was 30 in the bubble.
Brent, did you just look at it?
He was 30 in the bubble.
I thought Brent looked at it because I swear he was 29 in the bubble.
Listen, me and Jimmy the same age. When the bubble happened, we both were
Compare
30.
yourself to Jimmy.
I'm a month older than Jimmy.
That's correct. You are a month older than Jimmy. Now, can we
So if the bubble happened, we was 30.
So
Yeah,
Byron,
he was 20
is your
he had to be
point
29, bro.
just about 30, or are we just talking about
Brent, am I right or wrong?
the
I just
one-off?
asked how old was the man with
Hey,
the
let me
man
ask
had
you
his best
this.
season at 30.
Are there
To
one-offs?
date.
Are there one-offs to your 30? Because how many players retire before 30?
Listen, man.
Talk to me, big dog.
A lot,
Hey,
man.
Oh, why is that? Why is that?
It get quiet when
Injuries.
facts get thrown around.
Oh,
Injuries.
is
I know.
that because
Listen, I answer questions. I don't
Hey,
dodge
man.
no smoke. If
I ain't
I'm wrong, I'm
dodging
wrong.
it
If I'm right, I'm right. But
When was
bro,
Tracy
my
McGrady's
questions
best,
don't get
year?
answered. My questions get wait. I don't know how old he was. He's my favorite player, but I don't know how old he is. What year? I don't know. He's I don't know. I'm like, bro.
Byron,
Okay.
here's my point to you, and the reason
People
why
don't even know
your
their
point,
favorite team now.
here's my point to you, and the reason why your point is irrelevant. Most of your
Yeah,
players
I know.
At least
don't
my
get
team can make
better
the playoff and an Eastern
after
Conference final
30.
and an NBA final. Why don't you get a team that can actually win something? Why don't you get Mike to spend money? Oh wait, Mike's so tore up about the Hornets, he's selling the team. By the way,
Listen.
I never stop. Nope, hold on. You went on a tirade about nobody answered your question. I acknowledge that players can be great after 30. I told you they could be great after 30,
trolling.
but those are minor exceptions. Gordon Hayward, the stats tell us Gordon Hayward is a journeyman. He's a role player at best. You told me he could be a good number 2.
Jimmy wasn't a role player.
Pause. Jimmy was a role player who grew into a star player. Gordon Hayward can't fight his way out of a lunchbox right now. And you trying to tell me this man is
With it open.
I mean, come on, bro.
James Harden wasn't a role player.
James Harden is washed. He's been washed for 3 seasons. The moment they changed the foul calls on him where he couldn't go and shoot 40 free throws a game, James Harden turned into the ugly duck. Come on, bro. Don't even try.
Hey, Byron.
I don't know why you keep bringing up James Harden.
Why you keep bringing up James Harden?
This should be bringing up James
My
Harden.
thing is, again,
Listen, Jimmy Butler had his best season at 30. And we're gonna leave that at that.
I can agree with that. I never said no one could ever have a great season at 30, but they are going to be
only the greats and the legends and the GOATs. Apparently,
and Gordon Hayward is not. And Gordon Hayward is none of those. He's been an all-star one single time his entire career. How many times Jimmy been an all-star?
Talk your shit.
About 6, maybe.
Hear that shit.
Kelvin got this for y'all. We gotta move on from this because we gotta get to talking about Ja Morant and his food.
Thank you. Can we pin that up? Can we pin that up? How old
He's
is
asking
he?
a
30.
question.
He's asking
30.
a question.
Pin that up.
He's actually against you.
No.
Yeah, that's not the best season. Kelvin is right. If he wins the chip this year, it would be the best season. Now, I agree, and I can acknowledge
and he's over 30, right? It don't matter. He's over 30.
But you're not. This dude do not listen to nothing but himself. I swear, it's like cognitive dissonance, bro. Listen, to what I'm saying. I am agreeing with you that really exceptional people can do exceptional things at an older age. Gordon Hayward is not exceptional. He's more exceptional to me because he's playing professional basketball. I'll acknowledge that. He's taller, he's faster, he's got more money than I do. I acknowledge all of that.
He ain't got more money than you, bro.
I can own that. What I'm saying is, compared to Jimmy Butler, you can even admit Gordon Hayward is not exceptional compared to Jimmy Butler. Yes or no? That's a simple question.
Yeah. Jimmy's
right.
Jimmy's more exceptional.
So if Mike could get Jimmy to come to Charlotte, you would love that because he would change the culture of the team. He would be able to get y'all winning if everybody could stay healthy, right?
If Mike could play, he probably
couldn't get the Timberwolves to win, so I wouldn't say he fits on every team.
That's because Karl Anthony Towns had them hamstrung. He couldn't get the 76ers to win, but so much because they got some sort of culture condition up there. It don't matter who the head coach is. I don't care if it's Brett Brown. I don't care if it's Doc Rivers.
Miami fits him, bro.
I agree
Pat
with that.
Riley just a
agree with
winner,
that.
and he
I
got
agree
with
with
Jimmy,
that.
and that's a perfect marriage right there. Jimmy puts in the work.
I could agree with that. He got the dog in him. But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I can
for sure.
acknowledge that people over 30 can do it, but those are going to be exceptional people. They don't have to be ghosts, they don't have to be legends, but they're going to be exceptional.
My thing is, you keep bringing up.
But Jimmy turned into that though. I think everybody in the league is exceptional. They just have to turn into that. They have to be molded to that.
But that means they became something else. And you fronted
just
me
beat
about
your own question,
right.
though.
You fronted me about saying legends and greats, but you just said he's everybody's exceptional. And what did you say, Byron? You just said they turn into something else. That means they take their game and they do what? Go up a level.
But they have to get with those marriages, though. You know what I'm saying? They have to get those marriages, though. Like Pat Riley, you get with Pat Riley, bro. Hey, come on, man.
I agree with that, but Pat Riley's not on the floor. You got 8 undrafted dudes on the floor with him, and that matters. Pat Riley runs the system, but if them dudes that go out on the floor, if they don't dog it, they gotta dog it. They gotta dog it with Jimmy.
Come on, Brent. We know system is what you need. A system is what you need. Like you win with systems.
Sometimes.
All the time.
No, what happened in San Antonio?
System.
No. Well, what system they got going for the last 5 years?
It's the same system, ain't it?
It's the same system, same coach, same GM. The only
but
thing
the players got to buy in. The players got to buy in, though.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. It takes, like you said, a marriage of both. But then you have to have a person that's going to take their game up and willing to put in the work to become greater.
Yeah, but you got to find that person. Jimmy bounced around the league before he got to Pat.
I agree with that.
So I'm pretty sure Pat wanted him, but he could. I mean, timing just ain't working out right. So you just can't say the Spurs just ain't found their guy yet.
But Jimmy still did good around the league. Not as.
Nah, I would say that. I would say, hold on. Jimmy always been Jimmy. He's gonna get you defense and he's gonna get you buckets. Exactly. Did it always work out? No. But Jimmy always been Jimmy. I ain't taking that from him. Listen, I ain't never call him no bum. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
No.
And let's just imagine for a moment Derrick Rose to stay healthy and they cultivated Jimmy Butler with him.
That's disgusting to think about.
That's a tough team.
That's crazy.
Byron, I know that you wanted to get this away from your admirement of Gordon Hayward, and we're going to let you do that.
Bro, my man brought up Gordon. I've been let Gordon go. He brought Gordon up.
3 episodes ago, you were still on Gordon. But that's not here nor there. We're gonna move on. Let's talk more about guns. What's up with y'all's man's Ja Morant? That's all I want to know.
Hey,
my man's stupid.
No, keep it 100. Keep it 100. Curry, Bird, and Reggie Miller, Ja Morant, they the best shooters in the league. Swear.
I'm done with you. Bro.
I seen the meme earlier, bro. I could not stop laughing at that shit. I gotta send it to one. I gotta find it. Try to send it to one.
I agree with Byron Durante West. Dude is fumbling the bag. You got $230 million on the table. And I'm like Kwame. I don't know if West sent y'all Kwame, but Kwame Brown made an excellent point.
Who?
Kwame Brown.
Don't ever send me anything.
Kwame told it like it was. You got $230 million on the line. You can buy all the guns you want to play with them in your house. Don't turn no cameras on. Play with them in your house. Don't get out here trying to play gangster in Memphis. Keep popping up on these videos with these little pistols. Somebody go roll up on. Y'all know it happens a lot to the rap dudes. The rap dudes don't even be doing all that. They just be living their life. Look at Nipsey. He just living his life. But people get jealous of that. They get jealous.
Was it Dolph? Yeah, it was Dolph.
And they'll just roll up on it. So
like to get stuff for his mama and got shot.
Ja playing with his money. He playing with his family. He playing with his life. That's a dangerous game. You're talking about losing everything.
But here's the thing, though. Some of it is part of his family. I think part of it is his family is just being about that or something. I don't know, because like if you're my son and I have a problem at a store, I don't think I'm gonna call you to come handle the business and bring your boys. For a petty situation at a store, bruh, go home. Well, ma'am, go home, because it was his mama. Ma'am, go home. Get your son to get you some stuff directly from whomever that you want these shoes from. You shouldn't even be going to the store like that. Like it's something with that family to me, bro. And then the other thing with the game, They call up Ja. Ja come through with the boys, roll up, and then they causing violence and situation at little kids games and stuff. Like it's something with that family, man. I don't know what it is, but it seemed like it's just part of the culture or something with the family, and that's problematic. And he need better friends. He need like real friends because here's the thing: that last one, that one Ja's video, that's the
That was
homies
somebody
video.
else.
That's the homies video, right?
But the homie
Ja.
didn't expect him to pull out no gun though. The homie moved the camera like he was like, "What are you doing?" Like you can tell, well, he flipped the camera. Hey, so his homie was looking out for him. They just
bro.
having a good time. Like,
Bro, this the same homie that can't go to Memphis games right now because of altercation at the game. So
I got a
he's
question.
banned for
How
a
they
year.
be finding out all this information? Like, who be on people's lives
To
recording
be
stuff?
recorded? That's a good question, bro.
I'm like, man, motherfuckers ain't got no life, man.
Hey man, they saw Ja in that thing. They're like, let me get Ja up there turning up, bro.
You didn't delete that?
No, because they got something they can try to sell to somebody. It's all about money, bro. You got
Oh, that's
Ja
right.
Morant on camera
Right.
with a gun. You can sell that to a media establishment, make a little dough.
And the other
Like
piece
it wasn't
is
a friend that put it up. I'm sure that it wasn't a friend that sold it.
right.
But it was oh, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say the other thing is sort of like what you're saying, Wes. So these people, so once the first situation happened, right? What do people do? You follow the smoke, you follow the paper trail. So you say, I'm gonna follow. So Josh like non-communicado right after everything happens. What do you do? Well, you know his friends' names. So you go on social media, you find the friends, whether you're a person that works in the league, you work
That
for
makes
TMZ, so you follow him because the idea is that if he falls back, he might not be stupid enough to do it on his own profile anymore. But his friends might accidentally, like you said, like the homie was trying to protect us by moving the camera, but the homie didn't expect it. And Ja played his own self on camera once again. Like I said, like to me, like I'm not saying you can't have it. It's a Second Amendment right. You want to have fun, but be smart. Don't play with your money. And if you live in a place like Memphis, which is extremely dangerous, don't floss things in front of people so you put yourself and your family at risk. Like that's the part that gets me. Like Ja is a great talent. Like I wish he could get past this because I'd love to see what he could do with the proper team and if he could actually make a decent deep run in the playoffs. Could he become something, right? But I don't know right now. It looks like he's gonna be a special 30 for 30. I mean, I hate to say that, but
And that's the crazy part that Kelvin posts right here. He gave that speech about. First of all, that didn't make no sense. Who goes to rehab for 8 days? What rehab you can go to for 8 days and you become a changed
he was
person all of
chilling.
a sudden?
He was chilling.
You ain't never lied, bro. I ain't never.
He
seen
went there,
nobody...
ate fruit snacks and orange juice. Fruit snacks and orange juice. Listen, chilling all damn day. Listen, man, we're gonna watch Sports Center and eat fruit snacks and drink orange juice. Listen, that's all he did all day. Listen,
You come
ain't no
back
way,
and say
bro.
I'm a changed man. Get out of here.
Change fucking man, get the hell out of here. Listen, I can see him having a gun on him in Memphis. Listen, I ain't against that. Listen, but him holding it up, playing young boy. That young boy, man, he need to stop listening to young boy.
I mean, for real, you don't need to post it. If you got that file on you, you got a little something on you. First of all, why you put a target on your head? Let people know you got a gun. Well, obviously he had a gun, so I was defending myself. Stop that. If also, sir, you got enough money because they just paid you, and it's guaranteed money. You got enough money to hire a security team. The same thing for your parents and them. If they got situations that they need bodyguards, you paying for that. You don't need to be out here trying to be security, the big man for your peoples, man. You above that, sir. You well above that. And you need to get that in your head, man. Like you can't be out here like that. It's just not how you move. I'll tell you right now, I ain't got no desire to go play in the hood. Because you go play hood, you come out hood. And sometimes you end up in somebody's hood. So that's problematic, bro. I ain't no way. I'm not, all this talk we've been having these last couple of weeks about gun violence and people acting up and stuff, and he want to go be a part of that, bro. It's crazy. Like you talk about Memphis, look at Yo Gotti. Yo Gotti ain't out here like that. You know what I mean? Shoot, you look at your people out there, they're not trying to be about that life. The people that really get out. Come on now.
All right. And Byron, I'm with you, man. I get it. Like, people are crazy. You might need protection. And I'm with Wes. You could hire protection, but I mean, let's say you want to keep it kosher, right? Well, I'm the money bag, right? Everybody eating off me. I'm the meal ticket, right? Like if I'm the meal ticket, right? Well, if I'm not gonna hire security because I trust my boys, well then y'all carry the heat, too. Right? Let them carry the heat. I don't got the heat. Y'all got the heat. Y'all got the blickies. So when we go out here, something pop off, y'all got it. But then it won't fall back all on me. Yeah, you part of my entourage, but you ain't me. We ain't messing up the money.
Blickies. Hey, but Brent, here's the thing: if you do that, you do it smartly. You get your boys. Right. If it was me, you get your boys certified to carry, and they are yours. If you don't trust nobody on the outside, that's perfectly fine.
Right.
Your security then becomes your boys. You get them certified. Like a lot of, I can't remember who was talking about the other day, but they were talking about how Braun did it right. And Braun was able to take his boys and bring them up with him.
Right.
He can do the same thing with his friends that are in the hood, the thugs, whatever they trying to be. Bro, get them out the hood, get them security trained, get them making their own money.
I think Ja don't realize that he a brand, though. I think Ja don't realize he a brand. So he want to be a homie. LeBron realized early on that he's a brand.
That's the thing, bro. You got Nike. First of all, you had Nike paying you again. Like you back on Nike's payroll. They paying your commercial.
So he don't realize he a brand though. He just think he just getting money. Like he don't realize he a brand. He an actual brand.
Crazy.
All right. Well, let me ask you a question, Byron, because you're a father in the group. So I want to ask you because I'm going to go at the T Morant angle. So if Ja was your son, right?
Lord,
that's a little different. But if Ja was your son, as a father, now I know he's a grown man, you a grown man. Wouldn't you give him the father advice? Hey man, listen, Ja, you might not see it, but bro, you are like in more ways than one. You are the franchise. Like you see what Braun is. You could be that, but you got to protect. I get what you said. Like initially, he couldn't see it, but look at, and I'm going to use an analogy you use. It doesn't really fit because John's more talented than they are, at least at the moment. But look at LeVar Ball, right? So we talked about him hyping up his boys, but you and I know there's some stuff going on there, but they are not doing quite what Ja did. I know old boy went to China and did some stuff, but even that ain't.
Brent had to bring a light skin into it. It had to be LeVar Ball. My God.
Well, I know, but I'm making a point about a father who could intervene and say, "Hey, listen, I get what you're doing. Let's take care of the paper first. You don't, because maybe you don't see it like you said. He thinks, like for him, he got famous basically more or less right out of high school, right? He played college, but then he just went on into the league. So like this is still a young dude. Sort of still kind of immature. You as a father say, hey man, listen, you maybe don't understand we need to protect the bag. Let me give you some father advice. You got to protect yourself and the bag. If you don't do it for me and your mom, at least do it for yourself and your future, because the way you're going, son, you will either end up in the ground or behind bars. And either way, either of those paths loses you the money. So I don't want you to mess up your life trying to be hard. I mean, that's the thing. You have to tell them, if you want to hang out and be tough. But do that off where people can't see that. Don't be flashy with it. You are the brand. You have to convince him of that because he could be. You're right. He has every potential to be that.
He gonna be out there with Dwight Howard, Durante.
John, come on. I think Dwight called him.
He might well come on over because he's suspended at this point.
You know who he didn't call in that? Dylan Brooks.
But that's another thing. Now Memphis in a situation, bro. Oh, go ahead.
I think Ja is insecure though. I think because he didn't come from those trenches, so what I'm saying, when you don't really come from it, you really, you got to put on a little extra. Like somebody who come from that, they know like they ain't trying to go back, so they ain't gonna be flashing no gun like that because everybody got a gun on them. You know what I mean? If your mind state is like that, like there's no point in flashing a gun if everybody has a gun. It's some things you don't have to prove. You can tell when they ain't from that cloth. They proven they trying to prove themselves.
First of all, where did he get these little baby guns from? He got the little cricket from what's the name of that movie?
Men in Black.
Men in Black. He got out there with the little cricket.
You ain't probably watched.
I've seen the movie.
I said Harlem Nights. They out there with the little pops. Pop,
The last one looked like the little cricket, bro. I'm like, bro, where you even getting these guns from?
Wait,
at
the
this
one he
point,
just
man?
flashed, or the one before that?
The one he just flashed, it looked like a little baby gun. It didn't. It didn't look like a big gun to me.
Maybe
No,
he just
the one
like guns.
Maybe he need to stop just holding them up
You
in
can,
a
bro.
car.
You can light guns from a distance.
I
Like
got
you ain't gotta
bro.
you ain't gotta show everybody in the fucking mom that you got a gun,
Bro.
bro.
But did he do anything wrong? You know what I'm saying? I mean, here's just to look at it
It's
from
against
from
the league's.
from.
Against the league's policy.
Do you remember a dude
Okay.
named Gilbert Arenas?
As a civilian, you don't see he didn't do anything wrong.
No, but it's against
No.
the league in which he participates in. It's against their
Byron,
policy.
you know that, bro. If we get in
They
trouble off,
suspended. Oh, go ahead.
you know damn well if we get in trouble off duty, we're attached to a unit and on a military base, they'll still, you know what I'm saying, even if we're off duty. It's just like that. Like, yeah, he and his train me this.
That was dumb, yo.
Hey yo,
Oh,
Mike, idiot, yo.
Mike wrong for
For
that.
real though, that's what.
Bruh. Hey yo, Mike, welcome back, yo.
He ain't lying. I'm sorry, but you're right, man. If you attach to the military service, y'all here acting up, y'all gonna have a problem. The boys gonna come up on you. So I don't know, man.
They treat it the same way. Like, yeah, he might be on his off time, but I mean, you still attached to this league. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Bro.
You still want to look good in
They-
front of like Paul. Like, I can't even compare the Paul Pierce situation because that was just not that man.
They
They
suspended
did that boy
Plaxico
dirty.
Burress for shooting himself.
well, you know, he went to jail for like 2 years, so I mean
He
that was
shot
tough enough.
himself.
Right.
Penitentiary.
And that was in New York too, so
Yeah, it was New York.
He shot himself.
different
in
story.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, bro, Ja need better friends, and he need to utilize his wealth. If my man literally has basically a compound, because I think his house and his parents' house are attached to something like that. Bro, you got land, fam. If you want to go out there and shoot in your backyard, pew 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 all day with your little noisy cricket. Have at it, fam.
I hate you so much, bro.
Have at it. You feel me? Like,
But it ain't cooler than riding around with that fire on you, man.
That's the dumbest
Yeah.
thing ever. You know these cops like to shoot black people.
Cool.
You
So
out here
cool
with a
to the
gun?
point- so cool to the point that he won't have no more money to buy a gun.
He might have no more head if the cops catch him out there with the gun. Boys out
And-
there trigger happy.
And not just the boys in blue. You have to remember too and I go back to what Byron said. Byron made an excellent point. If you're insecure, you try to fake it till you make it, right? You're gonna fake it with the wrong one. Somebody gonna challenge your tough guy attitude. And if you're not that guy, you're gonna come up on the short end of the stick. And that's what I'm afraid. Like, I don't want the man to get snuffed out. Like, bro, like I think John Moran is good. I think he's a little overconfident. He's a little braggadocious for me, whatever. But I think he's a good talent. I don't want to see the man's career destroyed because he keeps getting caught on social media with these firearms. Or worse yet, he or his folks get hurt because he's trying to be something that he may not actually be.
It's crazy, bro. I don't know what to say, but
you keep being something that you ain't trying to actually be, get you in trouble. I know that way too well.
Speaking of trouble and people not being where they need to be, bro. They didn't fired all the coaches. Every coach that was linked to a team that didn't make the playoff, or didn't make the finals, got fired. Just about. Steve Kerr next. Steve Kerr next.
They ain't gonna get rid of Steve Kerr, dog.
Steve Kerr next, bro. I'm trying to tell you right now. Give it 3 days. Steve Kerr
Did anybody see how Curry was looking at Jordan Poole? Jordan Poole, another one that didn't show up.
That's
a good
point.
Jordan Poole, another one that didn't show
definitely
up.
didn't show up. But
Jordan Poole was supposed to be the big three for the Splash Brothers, in quotations.
He got that money. That's all.
And let's say, you know, that boy couldn't.
Draymond knocked the coins out of him.
Nah, fuck that.
He got the Sonic.
He got the Sonic. The rings came.
But he fucked around, bro. Jordan Poole couldn't even shoot into a pool. So like in that series, yeah. And Clay didn't even show up. Clay showed up, but not Game 6. I still love Clay. That's my
Game
dude.
6 Clay was out somewhere else. He won at that event.
I don't know why the leader didn't show up.
Who, Steph? Oh, Draymond.
No.
I know what you're trying to say. I got you.
Well, I saw two funny things before we went live. Wes and I
you
were
a hater.
discussing.
I'm going off what Curry said.
I'm
As
just a hater
always.
tonight. I'm a hater tonight.
So two things, okay, and this is why Wes said Steve Kerr might be next. So originally I wouldn't have went with that, but prior to the show going live tonight, Steve Kerr said two things. Earlier today, he mentioned that
wait till you hear this.
if Draymond leaves, the championship window in Golden State is closed. Now that's fine. I for the moment I'll let that stand. The reason, though, I think Wesley thinks this is the additional reason why he'll get fired.
Yeah, you didn't have to say that first part. You can let that
the first part was okay, but the second part gets a little inflammatory. He said
the first part was not okay.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
I'll let you address it. Hold on.
That's what Curry said. The team saying something else.
Hold on. But the second thing, hold on, wait. The second thing he says is that the team never really healed or came back together after the incident between Jordan Poole and Draymond Green. Steve Kerr said this out loud on a mic in front of people. When you start sort of turning the team over like that, I mean, the locker room go fresh. So if they don't trade Jordan Poole, if the Golden State Warriors don't plan on re-signing Draymond, and they don't want to keep, and they end up keeping Poole, they're gonna have to at least let Steve Kerr go because he just told them they can't coexist. If they keep Draymond and they ship out Jordan Poole for some kind of deal, then maybe Steve Kerr keeps his job. I don't know. But now he's telling the in-house business, and typically when you start telling that kind of stuff, normally they walk out.
But you can feel the energy though, Brett.
Oh, I agree with that.
Steve
Yeah.
Kerr
You know, so you can see that. You know, so
Yeah.
I mean, dude messed up. You know, Green messed up.
I agree with that.
He messed up big time. He just killed the chemistry for the team. He could have rolled off into the sunset with Curry and possibly get you a fifth ring, but you know, so you messed it up.
Yep.
You
can make
an
argument he messed it up twice because he got up in KD's face, right? So KD could have stuck around in Golden State. Well, what did he do? We don't need you. He told him that. KD got in his feelings. He left. So you can make a case that the 2 years they spent in purgatory was solely at the feet of, I mean, I know the injuries. Draymond,
they did need him. They did because they won't beat LeBron without him.
They need, and so Draymond twice now has said or did something to a teammate that has fractured the team. I think Draymond has played an integral piece of the team. I think he has earned all of the hardware he's got. I'm not on the train necessarily that Byron might say I'm a hater. I'm not saying he's world beater, but I do think he plays his role well, and I do think he is in a lot of ways the toughness, whatever toughness exists with that team. It's in Draymond. It starts with him. Yeah. I mean, Steph is going to shoot the lights out maybe if he's hot, but he ain't a tough guy, right? He's not doing the dirty work. Clay, you get flashes of brilliance offensively. He'll play up defensively okay sometimes, but he ain't got that dog in him. Draymond is the dog.
Draymond is the enforcer on the team. That's why he always out here with these suspect and almost dirty plays.
He pulls it together. And he tore it apart, in a way.
Yeah, and that's tough.
I know it's tough. It's tough. Like I ain't want it for him, but he did it for himself. Like yo, you got to keep it real. Like bro, man, you messed up, bro.
Definitely. But back to these coaches. Like I said, I think Steve Kerr is next. But with all that being said, some people that got dropped off big time, bro. I mean, Monty got dropped off. Nick Nurse got dropped off. They just out here. Everybody got to go. They're having a fire sale with these coaches if you can't do it.
I think Doc needed to go.
Oh, did I not say Doc? Because I said Doc, but Doc got dropped off too. So,
okay, I'm gonna go through quick. Doc needed to get dropped off. He can't close. He hasn't been able to close since they won the title against the Lakers this year.
Yeah.
And by the way, every series that run up to the Lakers all went 7 games. So my man couldn't close against an 8 seed. He couldn't close against a 4 seed. I mean, but that's not hit of the day.
And he was up. He's always up, bro.
Right. So they eventually got to a championship, but he really hasn't been able to get back to that pinnacle. He had to go.
But he better have won with the Celtics, though. God damn. I mean, how much help do you need?
I agree with that. I agree with that. The issue that you have with somebody like Monty, though, you put a team together right at the trade deadline, right? You scrap your entire bench. To me, you needed to wait and in the offseason try to get pieces. People take mid-level exceptions and stuff. Try to build a rotation. Their problem was they just didn't have enough hands to help. They traded an entire team to get KD, and then you had to ride KD and Book into the ground.
Yeah.
Aiden also doesn't help things, and they gave him all that money, but that's a whole other thing.
Well, they said Aiden don't really want to be there, bro.
They should have. Well, yeah.
Instead of getting rid of Aiden, they got rid of Monty because apparently they don't vibe. And he don't want to play for they don't want to play for each other. They won't.
KD then got too old to be, you know what I'm saying, playing like that.
Whoa, Mr. 30. Wait a minute.
I didn't say he was effective. I didn't say he was effective.
It's always something else. Never mind, my fault.
I didn't say he was effective. I just say he's getting too old to play like that.
Right.
Right.
Okay. All right.
So you agree that they needed rotation pieces so they can
they need a rotation. That's what I'm saying. You do need help though, guys. God damn.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
No,
I mean,
you're not allowed.
You just ain't out there by yourself.
Yeah.
You're
I mean,
not allowed to have help. Okay. In this league, you're not allowed to. Everybody else can't suffer LeBron. You're not allowed to have help in this league.
That's crazy.
That's what they say about Bron all the time, huh? Bron can't have no help. Bron got to do it by himself. Jordan never had no help, so you know why? That's what they say anyway.
You need pieces.
Why does Bron need help?
You need pieces. You need people so that they can get breathers. Even if the dude, I'm gonna be honest, even if the plus minus ain't all that great, they ain't doing a whole lot of scoring. As long as they keep the other team from blowing them out while they on the bench, if nothing else, let the man get a breather and come back. And to Byron's point, by the time you get to the fourth quarter, if you've been shooting your way into the game for 3 quarters, you get to the fourth quarter, them legs tired. Book is younger, so it's a little less. But even for him, by the time you get to a game 6, them legs shot. You've been playing 40, 48 minutes, 4-5 consecutive games in a row, not counting shoot around and all. Bro, them legs tired.
Van Gundy said it.
You need your PJ Tucker, bro. You need him. Hey, bro. Switch off on my guy.
Right.
Well, also update before we get off here. Lakers is not looking so hot right now.
5:48 left, 110 to 123. Yeah.
And AD is playing. AD got like 36. Last time I saw Brown was scoring, it was like he in his 20s somewhere. But the bench ain't hitting. Anywho's and anyways, with all that being said, man, I think all these coaches just gonna get bounced around in their teams. I really do. I think they all just gonna be just on the different teams in which they switched out from. Because Monty gonna get another job. The only one I worry about is Doc. I don't know what they're gonna do with Doc, man, because he improved that he just can't do it anymore, bro.
Well, and I don't mean this as an insult. Doc said he didn't have but 2 years left to coach before he wanted to retire. I think Doc just needs to go back up into the booth. I think his analysis is good. I mean, if he wants to take on a role as like an advisor to a team, that'd probably be good for him. I just think Doc can't keep a locker room engaged. I think that's part of it because you can't motivate. You know, he's not able to motivate them in closeout games. They had 2 chances. They should have took Boston out in game 6. They could not. Then they came in game 7 and they put up an okay fight through the first half. When Boston started to just hit them, they could not respond. And Doc could not get anything from his players. That happened with the Clippers. That happened at the tail end with the Celtics. That happened here with the 76ers.
Tatum had 51, bro. God dang. I mean, he was his own.
I got that. But even if they lost, right? So let's just go with this. If James Harden and Joel Embiid played well, but, you know, the 50-piece hit him and they still lost, maybe Doc Rivers still has a job because he motivated, but it's the lackluster finish for all of his teams every time they have a lead in a series. They just cough it up. What is it, 10 series he's lost when he's up? That's crazy.
That's rough, bro. That's all I can tell you. So I don't think he'll have a job, but I think Nurse will have a job. Quite a few other folks will.
Budenholzer will get a job, and Budenholzer. Yeah. That's kind of a hard draw. I blame him for some adjustment, but then we find out after the fact his brother died like the day before the closeout game. So like, I mean, my man was in a whole other. I mean, I couldn't imagine trying to coach a team in a closeout game, and my brother died like the day before. Like that's hard. Like
yeah, it
Right.
is, man.
So I mean, I feel of all the people that got fired, like some of them deserve to be fired, but Mike Budenholzer, like he deserved to be fired, but I felt bad in the way it played out because I was like, bro, that's tough.
Budenholzer had already set himself up because he wasn't making the proper adjustments prior to that. So
I could agree with that.
That's his problem. Now, granted, he was playing with a Giannis that probably was shot up with things so that he could stay on the floor. But I mean, that hasn't come out yet. But it seemed like it, bro. So I don't know, man. But I guess we'll go ahead and get on up off this thing and wrap this thing on up, fellas, because we've been on here for a while. We've been talking about some good things. Brandon had to bring his smoke for you two, so I'm sure that was what y'all asked for, so y'all got it.
For sure.
Byron and I drive
what y'all asked for.
Byron and I drive race. They come to see us yell at each other. Durante, you too docile at times with Byron, but sometimes you just gotta yell at a brother. Just let them know, hey man, listen, I'm passionate. The people love it. It's good TV.
Good TV.
Good TV. Look, Stephen A. Smith, what'd he do? Stephen A. Smith yell all the time. Sometimes he yell himself in circles. Bro, man, got the best rated sports talk show on cable television.
Byron, that's exactly what Byron be doing. He yell himself in and out of circles.
Just troll all the time.
Yeah, but see,
he moved from one point to a whole nother one, and then try to make that point. It ain't even got to do what we were talking about at the beginning. He just be out here.
Well, every Stephen A. needs a nemesis worthy of him. I'm not Skip.
I had to tie it back in together.
Yeah, I'm not Skip, so I'm gonna say I'm Shannon and he's Stephen A. We just on here together.
I can't let you, Brent. I can't let you be Shannon because I can't see you with a cigar in your mouth.
Skip.
Hey, Skip.
I can 100%. I can 100% see Brand with the cigar and the glass having all that conversation.
Hey,
let's keep it 100. This is Mr. Miami here.
Hey, what happens in Little Havana stays in Little Havana. We don't talk about it.
Exactly.
It don't matter.
Y'all
Skip.
Be too concerned.
Skip, it don't matter. Jamal Murray, Bill Murray, them niggas in a hurry. Lakers in 4.
But no, Lakers in 5.
Lakers in 5. Lakers in 5.
6 maybe.
He said Lakers in 5.
Before we close, let me pitch this real quick before we close out. So, because I don't know if I'll be back next week or not, so I'm going to give y'all 2 things. One, the Lakers need to finish this thing up in 6. They go 7, they're going to lose. I like the Lakers in this series, but we got to see what we got. The Heat, that's just kind of a toss-up. You don't know which version of the Heat you're going to get. I think they're going to have the dog in them. Boston come out hitting shots. Miami's in trouble, but they could outdog them. We might be looking at another game 7 with Miami. I don't know. I'd like to see my boys win. They've been surprising me at every turn, so I'm going to ride it till the wheels come off. But Boston is a dangerous team. They're on a mission. They want to get back to the finals. So we have to see what Miami comes out like. They come out flat, Boston's going to run them off the floor. But I like the Lakers, so in case I don't come back, I'm going to say Lakers in 6 and Heat in 7. Why not?
Well, I tell you what. Lakers trying to win this. LeBron and Lakers trying to win this first game. They were
home court. They still home court.
They coming. He gets this steal. It's just like with J.R. Smith. He knew, bitch, you should threw me the ball. But
Brian put in that work. I mean, he going into the rack. It's 124 to 117 right now. Brian on the line.
Right.
Lakers. So he might be able to cut this thing down.
Lakers are the best home team since the All-Star break.
Yes, they are. So if they
steal this one, then Lakers in 6.
Nuggets got the best overall home wins, but since the All-Star break, the Lakers definitely got it.
Yeah, Brian, you gotta make them free throws now, brother. Come on now. But anywho's and anyways, this ain't a watch along, so we're gonna go ahead on and get on up out of here. Brand, what you got to say to the people?
Hey man, listen.
Thank you, Calvin.
Take a little time, man, to appreciate your people. My family had a little bit of a tragedy this weekend. I won't get into all of that here, but love on your people, man. Check on your people. Take time out, and if you see something, say something, man.
Hey man, that's what I've been saying for the last couple of weeks. So I'm glad you said it to the people. Byron, man, what's going on with you, brother?
Man, you already know, man. Shop Big Dogs only Man, y'all have a successful week, man. Hey, man, just keep going, man. Whatever you're going through, man, just keep going. We out of here. You don't know the way, you definitely in the way.
Durante?
And that goes
Man,
to
look.
Brent.
Hold on. Go ahead, Brent.
I ain't got that. I'm just laughing.
Okay. Yeah, asshole, bro. Look, much love. Thank you everybody that commented. Brent, thank you for coming through as always. Always a good, always a pleasure to have you. Like Brent said, love on each other. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Peace and love. Holla at your boy on Twitch, DBrame11. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what I'm gonna play tomorrow, but we're gonna figure it out as we go. And use DBrame11 for big dogs only for 20% off.
Yes, sir.
Oh, brush your teeth and wash your ass. Thank you.
It's hot out here. It's musty. This humidity ain't
This
playing
is
no
two
games.
shower weather.
This is 2 shower weather, ladies and gentlemen.
What the girl say?
Y'all
That's wild.
coming out here smelling like a wet French fry and stale
What's a
kale.
wet French fry smell?
Listen, take the mic from him. That's enough.
That man said
Yeah.
wet French fry. I don't know what that
Take the
smells
mic
like.
from him. That's enough. That's enough.
I'm just doing
That's interesting.
some
But
disgusting combinations I can think of.
I understand. I mean, it could
Don't
just be
worry, I have
smelling
some
like
new
rotten
ones.
eggs, sulfur. I mean, some of these folks out
Nah,
here
I
get
mean,
funky.
people used to that. You gotta come up with something like you smell
Ain't
like.
nobody used to nobody smelling like sulfur. You smell like sulfur. Hey, bro, you stink.
No, I'm saying people used to like the rotten eggs and stuff. Now I had to come up with something different.
You
Like
smell like mustard greens. I don't know what you want. Cabbage.
Right.
I don't know.
you smell like cooked
Rotten chitlins.
giraffe.
That worked too.
And he said, "Why not chitlins?"
Rotten giraffe. You can be out here smelling like rotten giraffe. You can smell like giraffe booty. I don't know. It's up in the air. I'm sure that smell just wafts.
Hey yo,
Oh man.
you. No man.
Hey man.
But seriously, people brush your teeth. Your breath smelling like leftover sushi from 5 days ago. Like, do better.
Ooh.
Yeah, you got rotten meat in your teeth out here smelling and killing the people. That is very unfortunate.
Like your breath smell like you still got a neck bone stuck in your throat. Come on, tighten up.
That's
All right, I'm
unfortunate.
done.
Hey man, if y'all don't already know, this has been the Experts About Nothing podcast. Now, to the order of business, if y'all don't know already, you need to go to bigdogsonly.com. Check out my man's right there. You see that what it say on the hat? bigdogsonly.com. Go there and get your merch, get hooked up and get what you need in life. He got you. Summer drops. Winter's going away. Y'all know it's hot out here in these streets. So y'all make it do what it do. In addition to that, if you don't know already, Durante is out here in these streets. Like he said, you don't know what he's gonna play. But he gonna be on Twitch. Like I said, he might just be talking, he might just be stripping. You never know with Durante. He wants them bits, you know what I'm saying? So drop by and see what he can see what you want to see if that's what you want to see. Ladies, that's for you. I mean, fellas, you want to drop by? He ain't doing it for you, but that's totally on you. DBrame11. Check him out, and that's the code also that you can use on bigdogsonly.com to get a little bit of a discount. Brent, man, anytime you want to come back, just holler at me and we can make it happen. We inconsistent with schedules and start times, but other than that, if you cool with it,
Come back next week, bro. We got some shit to speak about.
I guess Durante got something he wants to speak about.
Hey, look, I'm gonna be funny. Well, I guess I got to get ready for my tape session, so that'll be all right. I come in and take the punches, you know.
I tell you, Byron about to go back to every episode Brent been in just to figure out something. He's coming to look.
Hey, look
at that boy face right now.
Listen, that's okay. If nothing else, we'll have a good conversation about it. My man want to say I'm inconsistent. I can live with that. You know, that's okay. It's all a good fun. We passionate about it. We selling a product, y'all. We passionate about it.
Hey, it's 124, 129. Hey, yo, they crawling. All right.
Yeah. Oh, wait, did they just run over LeBron and put him on the line? Because he on his back.
Yes.
No time came off the clock.
Yeah, Michael Porter Jr. Clipped him.
Well, come on, Lakers. Steelers game 1 then. Come on with it, fellas. Let's go ahead on and do the thing. Y'all got this. I mean, y'all got it. All right, but anywho's and anyways, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. It's been the Express About Nothing podcast. And we out. Appreciate everybody for watching. If you haven't already, please like, share, subscribe. But more in particular, if you're watching this right now, you still here, please share this podcast on Facebook if you're watching on there. Whatever. Let your people know we out here in these streets. We want them here with us too. But anyway, we out.
Later.